By the 1700s, the medieval manor house was not fit for purpose for a wealthy owner. It was falling into disrepair, and a new building was required. In 1807, William Borrer was lord of the manor, and built the Georgian-style house just 40 metres away from the medieval manor house. The 12-bedroom house also included separate accommodation for servants, stabling for horses, a dovecot, and a large pond. The lord of the manor in 1841 was William Borrer's son, John. However, despite his wealth, it was not a blessed life. He outlived all 3 of his wives, 2 of whom died in childbirth, and 6 of his 9 children preceded him. John Borrer died in 1866, aged 81. If you look to the east wall of the churchyard, you will see a private entrance the Borrers had built to get them into the church. John Borrer is buried next to this entrance in the St. Nicholas churchyard, along with other family members. To the west of the manor house, you will see a tall castle-looking tower. This was actually built in Victorian times, with flint and bricks reused from the medieval manor. Victorians loved building follies, even if it meant destroying a real medieval building to make a fantasy fake one. The Victorian era saw many great changes across Portslade. It went from being a self-sufficient small village which produced its own food on local farms, to a large town with new industries and opportunities. The newly opened gasworks in the harbour offered local work, as did the railways and construction industries. Gone was locally grown produce supporting the Portslade population, as the railways and new technologies enabled food sources to be delivered quickly and cheaply from around the country. Canned food, bottled sauces and refrigerated transport meant that food would last longer and was more freely available. But it wasn't all industry and work. As schooling was now compulsory, most of the population could read. Newspapers such as the Argus and Daily Telegraph begun, and Charles Dickens was the most read novelist of the time. And, in 1901, Brighton and Hove Albion were formed.